Have you ever gone to twist open a jar lid and felt your hand hesitate, just for a second, before it finally gives? That small moment doesn't feel like much, but it's often the first quiet sign that something is changing in your muscles, long before anything shows up on a scale or in a mirror. After 60, muscle loss isn't about how you look. It's about whether you can carry your own groceries up the steps, whether you can catch your balance if you stumble, whether you can keep living the life you've built on your own terms for as long as possible. Most people are told the same thing when they bring this up. Just take more protein, try a shake, buy a better powder. And for a lot of people, that advice doesn't do much. Not because protein doesn't matter, but because the story is more complicated than a scoop of powder can fix. Here's what surprised researchers. In real-world studies, older adults rebuilt strength faster eating a simple food that costs about $1 than they did using protein powders they'd relied on for years. No fancy packaging, no marketing budget, just real food your body already knows what to do with. And that might be exactly why so few people have heard about it. Whole Foods don't have a marketing team behind them the way supplements do. If you're over 60 or you're caring for someone who is, stay with me. What you're about to hear could help you stay steadier on your feet, stronger in your hands, and independent for longer. That's worth a few minutes. Let's start with the first one, Greek yogurt. Most people walk right past it in the dairy aisle without a second thought. But research out of McMaster University found something worth paying attention to. Older adults who ate Greek yogurt daily held on to more muscle mass, even during stretches when they were less active, compared to those relying on protein powders. Here's why. Greek yogurt is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for up to 7 hours after you eat it. As we age, our muscles actually become more resistant to protein, meaning a slow, steady supply matters more than a quick burst. That steady drip is exactly what Greek yogurt provides. It's also rich in leucine, an amino acid linked to muscle growth in older adults, and it carries live probiotics that support digestion, something no powder can replicate. To get the most from it, try about 3/4 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt, not the flavored kind, roughly 30 minutes before your main meal. Add a drizzle of honey and a few fresh berries. The natural sugars in honey may help shuttle protein into your muscle cells, while the antioxidants in berries can help ease inflammation after eating. Want to take it further? Layer in some crushed walnuts and a sliced banana. The omega-3s and potassium may support circulation and ease stiffness. And here's a small trick almost nobody knows. Let your yogurt sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes before eating it. That simple step activates the live cultures and can make the protein easier to digest, which matters since our stomachs naturally produce less acid as we age. It's one of the simplest, most affordable ways to support your muscles, and it costs less than a cup of coffee. But if Greek yogurt impressed you, wait until you hear about the next one, because this next food shocked researchers with how fast it seemed to restore strength: canned sardines. These small fish are one of the most overlooked foods for muscle recovery after 60. For a little more than $1 a can, you get around 23 grams of complete protein, plus a substantial amount of vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are surprisingly low in. That matters more than people realize. Low vitamin D is linked to weaker muscles, slower recovery, and a higher risk of falls. In a study from the University of Western Australia, seniors who ate sardines 3 times a week saw meaningful improvement in grip strength in just 2 months, a result that, notably, outperformed many resistance training programs in the same research. Some of that comes down to the omega-3 fats in sardines, which may help lower inflammation in aging muscle and support how efficiently your body uses the protein you eat. And unlike a powder, sardines bring along natural partners: calcium, B12, selenium. Nutrients your body recognizes instantly. To get the most from them, try mashing sardines with half an avocado and a squeeze of lemon, spread over whole grain crackers. That combination gives you protein, healthy fat, and slow carbohydrates together, fueling your muscles while keeping your blood sugar steady. Always choose sardines packed with the bones included. They're soft, perfectly safe to eat, and rich in absorbable calcium, which may also help ease those nighttime leg cramps so many people deal with as they get older. Timing helps too. Eating sardines within a couple hours of any activity, Even a short walk or some time in the garden may help your body put that protein to work more efficiently. And if the flavor isn't for you, mix them with a little mustard, hot sauce, or capers. The taste changes. The benefits don't. Don't let their size fool you. Sardines punch well above their weight for strength and recovery. Next, whole eggs. And a piece of advice we were all given for decades that new research has quietly turned upside down. For years, people were told to skip the yolk. Just eat the whites, they said. But research out of the University of Connecticut found that eating the whole egg, yolk included, triggered meaningfully more muscle protein synthesis than eating egg whites alone. In other words, the part we were told to avoid may be the most valuable part for anyone trying to stay strong later in life. The yolk carries nutrients a powder simply doesn't have: vitamin D, omega-3 fats, and a compound called phosphatidic acid, which helps activate one of the body's key pathways for muscle growth. That pathway naturally becomes harder to trigger as we age, which is part of why muscle loss can happen even in people who are eating enough protein. Whole eggs seem to help reawaken it. In one 12-week study, older adults eating 3 whole eggs a day gained close to twice as much lean muscle as those drinking protein shakes with the same amount of protein. And their cholesterol levels didn't suffer for it. A reminder that natural fats, eaten as part of real food, aren't the villain they were once made out to be. How you cook them matters. Soft-boiled or poached, where the white is fully set but the yolk stays a little soft, seems to be easiest on digestion. Especially helpful since our stomachs produce less acid as we get older. Pair your eggs with something rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes or bell peppers. That combination may significantly boost how well your body absorbs the iron in the yolk. And iron helps carry oxygen to your muscles, supporting the energy you need for walking, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries. Timing matters too. Eating eggs within the first half hour of waking, especially alongside a little morning movement, may help jumpstart muscle repair for the day. Try scrambling them with a handful of spinach and a slice of whole grain toast. The nitrates in spinach support blood flow, helping nutrients reach your muscles more efficiently than any supplement could. Quick reminder before we go further. If any of this is new to you, or you're finding it useful, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people your age discover content like this. And if you'd like more videos like this one, consider subscribing to Senior Meal Coach. I'd genuinely love to hear from you too. How has your health been lately? Share it in the comments. I read every one. Now, food number 4, black beans. Costing less than 50 cents a cup, this humble food has genuinely surprised researchers with what it may do for aging muscle. Researchers at Harvard found that older adults who ate beans daily had higher levels of growth hormone and IGF-1, 2 hormones that naturally decline after 60. Even more notable, their strength and endurance in these studies resembled people 20 years younger. Part of the reason is what's called the gut-muscle axis. Newer science showing your gut and your muscles are in constant communication. Black beans are rich in fiber and a resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn may help regulate muscle growth, energy, and hormone balance. They also carry 15 grams of protein per serving, along with antioxidants that help protect muscle cells from the kind of oxidative stress that speeds up aging. Unlike a powder, which often delivers protein in a processed, isolated form, black beans bring protein packaged the way nature intended, with minerals and fiber that make it easier for aging bodies to absorb. To unlock more of their benefit, soak dried black beans overnight with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. This helps break down compounds that can block protein absorption. Cook them slowly with bay leaves and cumin, which support digestion and can ease the bloating that sometimes comes with beans. For a complete meal, mix cooked beans with brown rice in equal parts. Together, they form a complete protein that rivals meat. Add a squeeze of lime and some cilantro. The vitamin C in lime may meaningfully boost how much iron your body absorbs, supporting better oxygen flow to your muscles. Black beans aren't just a side dish. For seniors looking to rebuild strength affordably, they're one of the few plant foods shown to sustain protein synthesis for hours at a time. Food number 5, cottage cheese. For years, it was dismissed as diet food, but newer research suggests it may be one of the most effective muscle-supporting foods available, especially for adults over 70. Researchers at Florida State found that older adults who ate a cup of cottage cheese before bed gained notably more muscle mass over time than those drinking protein shakes. Here's why that might be. Cottage cheese is rich in casein, which digests slowly and releases amino acids for up to 8 hours, meaning your muscles stay nourished through the night, right when most muscle breakdown tends to happen. It also contains conjugated linoleic acid, a natural compound that may help your body hold on to lean tissue. And the calcium in cottage cheese is a form your body can use almost immediately for muscle contraction and repair. Research suggests it may be considerably more effective for muscle function than calcium from a supplement. To make the most of it, eat a cup of full-fat cottage cheese about an hour before bed. Mix in a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and a few fresh berries. The healthy fats slow digestion even further, and the antioxidants in berries help protect your muscles while you sleep. For a post-activity version, blend it with pumpkin puree and a little cinnamon. The beta-carotene supports muscle repair, and cinnamon may help your muscles absorb nutrients more efficiently. One tip almost nobody uses. Let cottage cheese sit at room temperature for about 15 minutes before eating. That small step can noticeably improve digestibility, especially helpful for a slower metabolism. Add a little pineapple if you want to go further. The bromelain in it may support protein breakdown and ease inflammation after activity. It looks simple, but cottage cheese is quietly one of the most effective muscle-building foods there is. And that brings us to the last one, the one that may matter even more than all the others combined: lentils. For just a few cents a serving, lentils have outperformed protein powders in clinical research, and the findings are reshaping what we thought we understood about aging muscle. In a study at the University of Sydney, adults over 70 who replaced their daily protein shake with a serving of cooked lentils gained more lean muscle and showed better mitochondrial function, meaning their muscles were producing energy more efficiently, almost like those of someone 20 years younger. Lentils are rich in plant protein, iron, folate, and a compound called spermidine, which Japanese researchers have linked to triggering autophagy, your body's natural process of clearing out damaged cells and renewing new ones. In simple terms, it may help your muscle tissue repair itself from the inside out. Lentils also combine protein with complex carbohydrates, giving your muscles both the building blocks and the steady fuel to recover and grow, all wrapped in fiber, antioxidants, and minerals that support your liver, heart, and gut at the same time. To get more from them, try sprouting lentils for about 48 hours before cooking. This may increase their protein content and make them easier to digest, especially helpful for a system that struggles with heavier meals. Once sprouted, cook them with turmeric and black pepper in bone broth instead of water. Turmeric may ease inflammation, and black pepper dramatically increases how much of it your body absorbs. The collagen in bone broth adds extra amino acids that support joint and muscle repair. The best time to eat lentils may be at lunch, a few days a week. That's often when cortisol naturally dips and your body is primed to absorb nutrients and recover from morning activity. Combine lentils with a small serving of quinoa, roughly 2 to 1, for a complete protein profile that rivals meat without the heaviness. And one more tip: sauté some garlic and onion into your lentils. The sulfur compounds in them support your body's production of glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect against muscle breakdown. Lentils are proof that real strength doesn't come from an expensive tub or a fancy label. It comes from simple, whole foods your body already knows how to use. Before we wrap up, a quick and important reminder. Before making any real changes to your diet, please talk with your healthcare provider, especially if you're managing something like diabetes, kidney concerns, or you're on prescription medication. This video is meant to be educational, not medical advice. Every person is different, and what works well for one person may need adjusting for another. Your doctor is the right partner for those decisions. Today we walked through 6 simple, affordable foods that, in real research, outperformed protein powders for supporting strength as we age. Greek yogurt that feeds your muscles for hours. Sardines rich in omega-3s. Whole eggs that help switch muscle growth back on. Black beans that support hormone balance. Cottage cheese that works while you sleep. And lentils that may help renew muscle from the inside out. What ties them together isn't a trend or a supplement label. It's a reminder that real strength often comes from foods that have been sitting quietly in your kitchen the whole time. Which of these surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. If this video was helpful, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Meal Coach. It genuinely helps us reach more people who deserve to know that getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. Thank you for watching and for caring about your health. Take care of yourself. Stay active.